bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Coalition of Concerned Citizens taking the fight for a reduction in the cost of electricity to a new level. The coalition is now looking at the use of solar energy as a means to bring some relief to consumers this evening. The coalition will be staging another rally at the KFC parking lot downtown to provide more information to consumers on solar energy systems that are available for secondary alternative power systems. Organizers say during the rally there will also be a demonstration of inverter technology. Members of the coalition have met on at least 2 occasions with management of the Grand Bahama Power Company to appeal for lower rates and have since established a hotline to help determine the amount of persons living without electricity on Grand Bahama. Well, meantime, the Grand Bahama Power Company officials maintain that local rates are among the lowest in the region. A local civic organization making life a little bit easier for some special children in our midst. The Rotary Club of Lucaya commissioning a playground today for the students of the Beacon School. Megan Shepard has the story.
The erection of the Stephen Dillitz playing field progressing smoothly at the Beacon School. It all began as an idea to help students in wheelchairs and in need of assistance in moving around with a safe and comfortable environment to play. In the past months, the equipment have been deteriorating and the grounds were extremely rocky. President of the Rotary Club of Lucaya says the group is now making steady progress thanks to fundraisers and corporate sponsorship.
We're about to, in the next few weeks, install all of the equipment for the playground, and to have the equipment installed we have to first bring the ground up to park, so we put in some retainer wall thanks to Gold Rock, and we fill it in. Wall Construction is assisting us with that, and then of course we had to make sure the fencing for security is in place, and so that's what we're doing here today, preparing the grounds for the installation of the playground equipment.
President-elect and project manager Clifford Bowe says that the momentum and excitement level is high amongst club members.
As a project manager, I saw this from the beginning to where we are at now, and the level of excitement is, I can't explain where it is. I mean, everybody is really overjoyed with the progress so far, to see that, the club was able to raise the ground here from, for about, I think it's approximately 3 feet, and the amount of dirt and fill that came in here to ensure that as the children traveled from the school onto the playground, no one would get injured. And to actually see, where we are at this point, we're very pleased, and we realize that the project will finish on time, a little over budget, but it'll finish on time, and everybody's excited. It's true service above self.
Now, principal of the Beacon School, Miriam Sweeting, says the students are just as excited for the new playing field, kiddie playground, and Serenity Garden.
Well, I'm so thrilled. As a matter of fact, the whole Beacon School family, they're thrilled. Parents are also thrilled. They can't wait for this to be completed. Every day they come, they try to get very, very close to see what's happening. They're excited about the big trucks coming in, all of the equipment. And, we explain to them, hey, safety. But guess what? Very shortly, this would be all yours. You'll have free range to just go and enjoy yourselves.
Club member Karen Clark says they have also put measures in place to ensure the upkeep of the grounds in the years to come.
I think what makes me so excited is that it's going to happen within Billy's year. That is going to help hundreds and hundreds of children going forward. We even have people in place for the years ahead that will come and make sure things are maintained so that they don't fall apart.
The Rotary Club of Lucaya also facilitated the painting of the school, new fencing, and a Serenity Garden to keep the memory of students and teachers that have passed on. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Well, it's all about skills this summer as the Sir Charles Hayward Library hosts its annual camp for 5 weeks, focusing on skills training and preparing youngsters for the world of business. Registration for the camp commences on May 5th for students 5 through 15, and the activities will kick off on June 30th. Director at the library, Geneva Rutherford, says based on the activities, participants can expect to learn a new set of skills each week.
We're hoping from this summer camp that we could engender the love of certain skills that students, young as they are, may want to pursue. Boat building then will be offered for 2 weeks. We also have And we are very pleased to say this, partnering with the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation, seeking sponsorship for a 3-week assistance program, teaching straw craft for 1 week, crocheting for 1 week, and jewelry making for a week.
She says the skills training will also include basic hand sewing, the Junior Red Cross program, gardening, and computer skills. The Ministry of Tourism will be offering its Junior Tourism Ambassador program, and BAIC will assist with the handicraft events.
The camp's theme, it's all about skills, I thought was very timely, because you have children who really don't know what is plait, what is top, the various types of tops. There is a market for platters of top. It's not being tapped into. So we want to bring awareness and encourage especially our young, budding entrepreneurs to introduce them to this market that's very profitable.
We will use that opportunity to highlight information and events that will take the 13 and 15-year-olds through a journey of 50 years of tourism development in the Bahamas, and particularly Grand Bahama. This being our 50th anniversary of the Tourism Act, we want to incorporate this very important milestone into everything that we do on Grand Bahama Island. At the end of the program, the youth will receive a certificate of completion as well as a badge.
The month of April is being observed as Child Protection Month. With that in mind, the Department of Social Services here on Grand Bahama has launched an aggressive campaign to the wider community on abuse and its effects. Chief Welfare Officer Pauline Bowen-Forbes says the department will speak with school students during assembly time on various issues, as well as conduct a walkabout throughout the Grand Bahama community.
We will also be looking at the continuation of speaking to students at the school. We also want to be able to target especially the older children. And further down, we want to be able to look at going door to door to reach out to persons in the community. We'll be able to walk through various communities such as the Garden Villas areas, Adventures Way. We'll be able to go through all those particular corners, Bruce Lane, all those corners within those areas. And we want to be able to knock on every person's door to be able to share with them what exactly what protection of our children is all about. We also want to be able to sensitize them as it relates to the various types of abuse that sometimes persons don't even realize that they're abusing their child.
Chief Welfare Officer Fran Bright says this year the department will not just limit discussions to abuse.
As a spin-off from abuse, we know that it affects the children as they grow up, and they have a skewed view of what a relationship or quote-unquote normal relationship is like. We thought this year that we should target the teenagers coming out, the 11th and 12th graders, because they're now forming relationships. And so we want to show them what is acceptable from what is not acceptable, to recognize cues that would affect, or they should see as red flags that is not considered normal behavior.
Well, this month, the social services will also distribute flyers on child abuse, participate in a number of workshops, as well as host a luncheon to honor foster and house parents. This morning, they held a cyberbullying seminar with high school students on the island.
Good show. 20-0, we talk about it, so it was a good one, and I gotta say that to a lot of people out there, that B&B Shockers team tried, and she doesn't play, and Megan quit. Sad.
I have a problem with you talking out of business. That's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of our entire ZNS, you see I'm Shasheena Rolle. He's Ricardo Lightborn. That's